How's it going, Super Friends? For today, I have the privilege of reviewing for you the Mattel DC Multiverse Signature Collection Batman Forever Val Kilmer Batman action figure. I picked him up at my local Walmart, which was surprising because usually in Canada we get stuff later, and I found him and Flash at the same time just yesterday. Totally surprised to find them, but there they were, 2 Batmans, 1 Flash sitting on the shelf. So I picked up 1 Batman and left 1 for another collector to find one because there's always other people out on that hunt. The packaging here is the new Multiverse packaging. I personally like the new packaging better than anything Mattel has given us in the past. And this packaging differs from the regular Mattel Multiverse packaging that they're using for, say, the Clayface wave, in that there's a gold motif around here. So it's supposed to signify these are better than the regular Multiverse figures. And you don't know really until you open the figure up if it's actually going to be better. But just taking that quick glance, it does appear that this is going to be of a better quality than the regular Multiverse figures. On the back, there's the back of the packaging, Val Kilmer. You have John Wesley Shipp, and the prototype figure here, which is obviously going to differ to some extent. And then you've got a whole bunch of stuff written in different languages that I don't understand. This must be the international packaging. Maybe they did that to save money. Usually we get French and English here in Canada, not all the languages. Anyway, I think it's about time that we opened them up. So let's do just that. Let's open them up. Man, this packaging really is just so mangled. I have no idea how it got so squished. Maybe they got drunk and fell on it over break or something, but you don't usually see this kind of stuff at my local Walmart. Anyway, let's pop the tabs open and rip old Kilmy out the side. Boom. And that's what you get. You get the new fancy DC Signature Collection action figure stand with the storage space in the bottom so that you can put all unused hands and parts in. It's also got the slot up here so that you can stick this piece in right here, and this goes right into Batman's back. It offers some cooler posing options, as well as a little bag full of pegs and stuff that go into these holes. You also get this fancy looking Batman profile card for sticking in the figure stand so that Batman has a backdrop to stand in front of. You get 2 extra hands here that are kind of open for grabbing onto stuff. You get this big old back grapple. And of course you get the Val Kilmer Batman Forever Batman action figure. And it's not bad at first glance. It looks pretty good. It does seem like they made an attempt to capture the actual movie accurate details of the comic with this action figure, so I've got to give them points for that. Now, bringing in the figure even closer to have a better look at him, the face sculpt isn't bad. Some people really like it, some people don't like it. I'm more of the camp of people that says it's hard to decide because all the right angles seem to be there. It does seem like they could have served the face sculpt better if it wasn't painted in a shiny black. Also, the horns being so big and thick just looks weird and out of place. I know why they had to do it. This is sold in the toy department of Walmart, and they can't have really sharp objects on the toys. There's actually a law against that. So I get why they're like that. I'll probably sand them down and maybe even repaint the whole head, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but the head's definitely going to have some custom work done to it. Then we have the way that the cowl connects to the rest of the costume, and it's accurate to the actual Kilmer Batsuit. This is how it actually looked in the movies. It wasn't like the 89 Batsuit where there was more of a bat motif. It's accurate. However, where they differ from the prototype is that the cape actually only connects here at the back, just like that, rather than over the bat symbol right here, which is where Kilmer's cape actually connected, right up here. And that's also where it connected on the prototype. Really though, I'm not even going to keep this cape on this figure because as much as so far I can tell you I like the figure, I don't like this cape. It's trash. And the reason why I say it's trash is because I have other Batman figures that have this exact cape on them. It's the Justice League Batman in the non-tactical suit came with a cape like this, and I took it right off. It looks cool. The back you have that leathery look. The inside it's matte. The problem is it curls up and curls up and curls up, and eventually it just becomes pretty useless as far as, look, see? It's just out of the package, and it's already curled up. So Batman will be getting a new cape that will connect here, and it won't be made out of this material. I think Mattel could have probably made a better fabric choice. Anyway, the rest of the figure, the muscles are accurate to the actual costume. The belt seems accurate to the actual costume, so do the gloves. Going down here, you can see all the fine detailing. The boots seem accurate. This is an honest attempt to bring Val Kilmer's Batman to life in 6-inch action figure form. And I like the fact that the actual suit itself has that slightly grayish black charcoal gloss to it, and they've made a differentiation between the boots and the gloves and the mask. I do like the fact that that looks different. And this is a whole lot more impressive when you have it in hand than when you see images of it online, that's for sure. Now, Batman's articulation is going to be as follows, and it follows suit with the new Multiverse Signature Collection articulation, and is actually a step up from the already improved Multiverse articulation. And it's as follows. The head's on a ball joint, so nothing new there, and there's actually not a whole lot of movement up and down or anything. The shoulders are the same as what DC has been doing for a long time with Mattel, as well as you have the swivel in the biceps. Nothing new there, except for you get the double jointed elbows so that Batman can flex and look like a boss. But you've also got articulation right here. You can actually spin his arms 360 right here. So you have the double jointed elbows and the ability to rotate 360, which is kind of cool. Then you've got your wrist articulation by way of a hinge and way of a swivel. So there's lots of articulation in the arms here. The abs obviously have a crunch. That's the Mattel way, and I'm cool with that. I like an ab crunch, and that's about what you're going to get. He can get into one of those jumping, gliding poses, and that's about how far down he can look. Not a whole lot there, but I'm okay with that. You got your waist swivel at 360, and then you have the articulation at the groin, which for Mattel is new for them, to put the groin itself on a ball joint, and then you have the swivel up here above the knee, higher up than previously than they've done. You've got your double jointed knees, which is always a plus, and then you have your toe articulation, which is something that Mattel's never done before, but here it is. The John Wesley Ship Flash and the Batman Forever Flash both have toe articulation. And then, this is the thing that a lot of people ask about, is ankle rockers, and it was the same thing. I'm just going to take him off of this and get up nice and close to show you. There are no ankle pivots on these figures. Absolutely none. So the feet can go back and they can go forward quite a bit like that, but there is no ankle pivot. So those of you who were looking for an ankle pivot, terribly sorry, this figure actually does not have one. But it is chock full with a whole lot more articulation than a Mattel action figure has previously had. Both of these figures are definitely a step up in the articulation department, that's for sure. Here's Batman with the extra hands installed, and the back grapple looks pretty good, looks the part. Maybe the grapple itself is just a little bit big, the hook part, but overall I think it looks pretty good. Here we have Val Kilmer Batman wedged in between the Christian Bale Dark Knight Rises Batman made by Mafex and the 1989 Michael Keaton NECA Batman. And, you know, he measures up quite nicely. That's what you get for size and scale comparison there. Here he is between the two Adam Wests, the NECA and Mattel version, much bigger than the one and a little bit smaller than the other. And of course, no 6-inch Mattel Batman size scale comparison would be complete until we compared him to a DC Universe Classics size buck. And he's a little bit thinner, but just a butt hair taller than a regular DC Universe Classics size and scale action figure. Overall, I would rate my satisfaction with this figure pretty good. I'm not the kind of person that can leave a figure alone in general usually. If I like the figure, I'm going to customize it and try to improve it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with this one, because you can see where the cape was supposed to come down to, and they just didn't do it for some reason. So he'll be getting a new cape, but other than that, I think it's a great figure. And if you've been waiting for a Val Kilmer 6-inch scale Batman figure, this might be the one for you, because there's no guarantee that we're going to get another one. So you grab him up while you can before he becomes a scalper object on eBay. Anyhow, I think I'm done for this video, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you found this video fun, entertaining, insightful in any way, please take the time to leave a like on it, and leave a comment if you have anything at all to say, because I try to get back to as many comments as I can, and I read absolutely every single comment. And if you think you might want to see more from this channel show up in your inbox, just hit the subscribe button and ding the bell so that you never miss a video. And I will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh crap. Wrong Batman.